the Lord of the Rings film, The Fellowship of the Ring, and at some point in the Rings of Power show, we will see the Balrog known as Durin's Bane. But in Tolkien's writings, who is Durin's Bane, and what do we know about the other Balrogs that used to serve the Dark Lord Morgoth in Middle-earth? Durin's Bane and all the other Balrogs were all created spirit beings called Maiar. They were created before the existence of the world, and the Maiar are the same beings that Gandalf and all the other Istari derive from. These particular Maiar would be seduced by Melkor, later known as Morgoth, and followed him as his evil servants. These Maiar would take on the physical appearance of the Balrogs. One thing to note is, unlike the film adaptation of The Balrog by Peter Jackson, the Balrogs did not actually have any wings. During the First Age, Durin's Bane could have been one of the Balrogs that came and helped save Morgoth from the giant spire Ungoliant, who was trying to take and devour the stolen Silmarils from Morgoth. Even if it was not specifically stated, we can assume that Durin's Bane served under the Lord of Balrogs, Gothmog. He would have fought in some, or if not all, the battles in the War of the Jewels that the Balrogs were present. In the Fellowship of the Ring films, we get to see one Balrog go after the Fellowship, but just imagine a group of Balrogs going out to battle behind Gothmog, the Lord of Balrogs. Just think of how terrifying that would be. We will definitely get some good deep dive videos on all the amazing stories in the First Age in some other videos. But during the defeat of Morgoth's army in the War of the Wrath, Durin's Bane somehow escaped the ensuing defeat, fleeing to the east deep into the Misty Mountains. This hiding would turn to hibernating in a deep sleep through the Second Age and into the Third Age. In 1980 of the Third Age, the dwarves dug too deeply and too greedily in search of Mithril, awakening the Balrog from his deep sleep. Durin the Sixth and many other dwarves were killed, and those that were left of Durin's folk would abandon Khazad. This Balrog would be named Durin's Bane after this incident. Orcs and trolls would find their way into the mines, and even if Durin's Bane allowed them to reside there, they were still in fear of its great power. In 2799 of the Third Age, at the gates of Moria, in the final battle in the War of the Dwarves and Orcs, the dwarves would achieve victory. Thrain II wished to go in and retake Khazad, but Dane Ironfoot would not allow this to happen. During the battle, Dane reached the entrance at the gate of Moria. The power and terror of Durin's Bane was waiting inside. In 2989, Balin would attempt to reclaim the lost Dwarven Kingdom, only to eventually make it his tomb. In 3019 of the Third Age, the Fellowship would wander into the mines. In the depths of the mines, Durin's Bane was waiting. Being attacked by orcs, the Fellowship would flee, and at the bridge of Khazad, Durin's Bane would catch up to them. Legolas knew this was an ancient Balrog, and Gimli looked on in astonishment at the legend of Durin's Bane. On this bridge, the two Maiar would come face to face. Gandalf would proclaim, "I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Anor. You cannot pass." The Balrog would leap onto the bridge, but it would break right at his feet. Falling into the abyss below, Durin's Bane would grab Gandalf with his whip, bringing him down as well. Falling into the lake below, the two Maiar would fight, and eventually the Balrog would flee into the tunnels. Gandalf would pursue the Balrog up the endless stair and into Durin's tower. Here he would slay Durin's Bane, casting its remains onto the mountainside. But these Maiar had met their end, and their physical form was no more. Unlike Gandalf, whose spirit was sent back to Middle-earth by Eru Ilúvatar, we don't know what happened to the spirit of Durin's Bane. Being that this Maiar rebelled against Ilúvatar in the beginning, we can assume that his spirit was not sent back to Middle-earth ever again, possibly facing Ilúvatar's judgment of some kind. Durin's Bane was possibly the last Balrog to walk Middle-earth. A few others escaped the battle and lay deep underground, never to be awoken again. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all in that next video.